Hi, I'm NASA astronaut Drew Feustel and commander of the International Space Station on Expedition 56. I'm currently flying above the planet at almost 300 kilometers up, traveling 28,000 kilometers per hour. I received a bunch of questions, or several questions, from children from the Czech Republic and through the Czech Academy of Sciences, and I thought I'd take some time quickly to answer them for you. And I'll start out and just list them off one at a time. First question is from Lukas Luzak, 8 years old, from Novi Rosenkov. How do you feel during your very first launch, and what was your most thrilling experience? Well, I can tell you that there's nothing that prepares us for the launch of a spaceship except for actually launching in one. And the first time I was quite scared and surprised by the liftoff. It was very exciting, and that was on a space shuttle several years back, and it was a very different launch experience than what I felt on the Soyuz rocket launching from Russia just a few months back. Second question is from David Urbanik, 6 years old. Do astronauts get money in the bank? So, how do we get paid before we launch or after returning to Earth? Well, for American astronauts, we get paid the whole time that we're in space, both before, during, and after. So, really, nothing changes for us in terms of the payment that we get while we're in space. We don't get any extra money for being in space. The third question is from Clara. She's 10 years old. Lisna, I have a kitty called Spot, same name as the cat for Mr. Data from Star Trek. Do you also have a pet? Is it possible to have pets on board ISS? Well, technically or theoretically, we could have pets on ISS, but to be honest, we have enough challenges taking care of humans on board. So while it's possible that we could have pets or animals here, I think it's probably better that we don't. At least not yet. Maybe in the future we'll have an opportunity to have pets on orbit. Have you ever broken something very valuable on ISS? That's from Lukas Urina, 14 years old, from Brno. Um, well, Lucas, I have not ever, crossed my fingers, broken anything expensive on the ISS, and I hope to never do that. We have a lot of very important scientific equipment here, and we try very carefully to take care of it and make sure it continues to operate so that we can do the important science and research on the space station. Next question. Do you miss the real daylight on board ISS, like real light? And that's from Pavel Vitovic and the whole class from Masaryk Prime School in Klatovy. Well, if you look out the window above me, you can see that we actually get real daylight on ISS. So I think maybe what you're asking is, do I miss being outside and in the fresh air? And I absolutely do miss that. Occasionally we go outside of the space station, but we're wearing spacesuits, so we never really get to experience that same sort of feeling of the wind and the smell and the air blowing on us like we do on Earth. And that's something I'm looking forward to returning to. The next question, number 6, has anyone suffered from an unexpected medical disease, or are you or someone of your crew able to do basic surgery? Have you removed a appendix as a surgeon would? Are you able to do that? That's the kindergarten class from Butin. We are trained in basic medical procedures, so we can do sutures like stitches. We can provide life support to patients that are suffering from maybe a heart attack or electrical shock. But we can't perform major surgery. So if we had any problems like that, we would likely have to return in our Soyuz launch craft and go back to Earth on the Soyuz vehicle and seek better medical attention. The next question, number 7, do you have to clean up on the ISS? And that's from the children from Madison Place Language School in Sevilla. Um, we do have to clean on the ISS. In fact, we clean the space station every weekend, and there's 6 of us up here. There's 2 Russians, 3 Americans, and 1 German. And we clean the space station on a weekly basis, and we spread those duties among all the crews. So one crew may do vacuuming, one crew may do cleaning, wiping down surfaces, one crew member may clean the kitchen area where we prepare our meals, and another crew member might clean up the bathroom area. So we clean it. And in fact, we need to clean it because it gets quite dirty week to week, just like your home gets dirty week to week if you don't keep after it. And the last question is from Petr Stasny. The question is, how could I, a student from the Czech Republic, become an astronaut? What do I have to do for that? Well, what I would encourage anybody who's interested in becoming an astronaut to do is pursue and education in science and technology, engineering, and math. That's very important for what we do right now in space. It's possible that in the future, other careers, other people with other career skills and other training will have opportunities up here in space and to work in space. But primarily right now, for the work that we do on the space station, it's all related to science, engineering, mathematics, and technology. So pursue those career fields. And from the Czech Republic, there may be opportunities for you to eventually work in aerospace, in the space program, and then one day possibly become an astronaut. Thank you all for your attention. I appreciate you sending the questions up. And I want to say thanks to everybody in the Czech Republic for supporting the mission, especially the project of Curtech in Space in 2018. And thanks to my friends at the Academy of Sciences in the Czech Republic. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, everybody.